All right, I am shooting this during the day, so it does get a little bit noisy in here, purely because of the battery chargers and whatnot, with fans turning on and off. So you'll just have to forgive that. I am trying. My goal today is to replace the cells in these two battery packs. Now, I've already opened this one after a lot of difficulty. So I thought might as well film it and see what happens. Now, these are cheap Chinese battery packs for a Samsung vacuum cleaner that we've got. These battery cells are rubbish. They don't hold a charge, even though these are only 6 months old. I don't know if they've used refurbished cells or fake cells or whatever, but they just don't hold a charge. So my goal today is to replace these with these, which is 4400 back. They're a back tabless cell. They're 4400 milliamp. I bought a bunch of these to build some homemade battery packs and some tool packs like this. So this one here, the actual controller's dead. So I'm going to pull the battery cells out of this one and put them into here. I don't know if I'll use these brand new ones. I might keep these for something else. But these are the back 45D. I bought these to put into some DIY tool battery cases, and I had to buy a minimum of 100 from the Chinese supplier. So I didn't want to make that many tool batteries, so I had a few left over. So I got a few of those, and yeah, this one is let's see, like it's there. It is faulty. It just gives me an error light, even though the cells are charged in here. But yeah, it has failed. So I'm in the process of shucking open one of the other case that I've got. They're not glued together, but they are. They have these tabs. If someone else ever gets them, they have these tabs that go down and clip in place. And I don't know the best way to get these open, so I'm just brute forcing it with a screwdriver. So trying not to hit the cells inside. So I'm trying to get in under the tabs and lever the tabs away from the case, and not hit the cells. There we go. Ow. Try to do it all the way around. Right, and we're in. Not sure if you can see that, but so that is basically fully charged, but this does not hold its charge, so I'm going to replace them. I did look up the specs of these cells. They're a pretty big Chinese OEM, so I'm actually surprised that these are rubbish, but it may not even be the cells. But as you can see, it thinks there's only one bar. 20 volts should be 20 volts should be almost fully charged, so I don't know. Whereas this one I had prepared earlier, this one's 15.7 volts, so This one, you got some either a bad cell or bad cells. Because it should be about 20, about 21, 22 volts fully charged. Oh, here you go, 21.6. So 15 volts, there's a bad cell, should be 3.7 volts each cell. When it is sitting fully charged at rest, I think you charge these ones, they get charged up to 4.2. On bastard. There we go, got it. All right, the one that was 15 volts, let's just check the cells. Yeah, these, now I'm not going to 3.8, that's good. 0.7, that one's dead. 2.1, 3.3, 2.7, 2.3. So we've got one completely dead cell. That one's good. And these are all going to be questionable. Can't remember the voltage cutoff you want to let these things get down to, but I feel 2.1 volts is too low. Let's just check these ones. 3.3, 3.6, 3.7. There we go, 1 volt, that one's dead. 4, all right, so there's one dead cell in this one. One dead in that one, and quite a few that are low. So I'm just going to, like I said, these cheap Chinese off AliExpress rubbish. You never really know what you're going to get, unfortunately. So I'm going to replace them with known good cells, and hopefully it will last after that. And these I will maybe keep for a lower power draw application, like a battery pack. I have DIY'd some battery packs. Just bought so it was the other intended use for these cells when I bought them, to 3D print a case and put in a PCB on a bunch of these cells. This one's 100%. So 3D designed and 3D printed this case and put the PCB on top and just printed a cover for it. So that was, and then a bunch of these tool batteries. So what I'm going to do now is try to salvage some of the cells from this. I know some of you will be angry because I'm not wearing eye protection. There's a lot of energy in this pack. The actual cells are fully charged. This does scare me a little bit. Just these things are so underrated and how dangerous they can be. Don't like messing around with them if I can avoid it. I could have grabbed the LTT screwdriver there, but I mean, this one was just in front. Alright, so that's this. Okay. Now to pull this. tabs off without contacting the battery. Now, I would have bought a genuine pack, but the vacuum cleaner's about 7 or so years old now, and I couldn't find a genuine Samsung pack to buy anywhere. So I rolled the dice on this AliExpress kit, hoping the cells would be at least serviceable in it. And I figured I would always be able to replace the cells if they were rubbish. Gotta not let that go on the ground because these are sharp and you don't want it in your feet. Trust me, I know. Just, yeah, it hurts. Worse than Lego bricks. Alright, it's a good thing I kept this one intact, so I've got a visual template as to what to go by. Now I don't know if I want to solder these strips out or not. My soldering skills are not very good. What I might do is snip these just above where I can't really use the metal. And I'll see how I go with just spot welding new bits in place. Look, those scissors should not be used for that, but it gives the cleanest cut versus a pair of side cutters. So, all right, what I might do, I may not resolder into the PCB. I might spot weld another piece of strip. Got some of these strips, so I might spot weld another piece onto there and then down onto the battery. I think that's going to be the best way forward for those pieces. This one, I'll just use a thicker piece and do the same thing. That should get it all done. It's going to melt the plastic a little bit. All right, let's get the spot welder out. All right, so the plan of attack here is I will spot weld the batteries in the correct order. I'll take some of these little strips, I'll spot weld them onto here and then back down onto the battery itself. And that should give me all the like, these are only for charging and detecting the cell voltages. Main input output current obviously comes from battery positive, battery negative. That's soldered, so I'll spot weld a reinforcing strip along here and then down onto the battery itself. There's not enough there to spot weld onto the battery proper, so I will cut that off and then I'll put a spot weld here and then back down onto the battery positive, and I'll do the same for the negative. That way it will hopefully have a good connection. All right, it has been a while since I've used this, so what I'll do, I just like to clean up the copper and just clean some of that oxidization off. Yes, it erodes the tips, but I mean, it's very minor. And these are replaceable. And hope that it is good enough. Now for the battery connections, I'm going to use this strong, this thick. 3, 4, 5, I'll need 5 pieces. 1, I'll do 2. Okay, yeah, that's got it. Now I bought this spot welder, I don't know, many years ago, just for doing these types of projects, making my own battery packs and various other things with these batteries. If you're wondering how it's operating, it is foot control. I've got a pedal. It's pedal operated. It's 3 volts, that's good. Okay. Now, how to do this. Now I know for these thin strips, what I might do is cut these at the fold line and weld on some new strips from there. I know these are, people are probably yelling at the YouTube now. What are these? Kai? This is fabric shear. I don't do any sewing. I bought these specifically for this type of stuff. They're an expensive pair of scissors, and people are probably yelling at their screens right now. I don't care. I bought them for this. And just workshop scissors. I got sick of all the cheapies constantly getting dull and not being able to sharpen. So I got a good pair, and it's my money and I'll use it and spend it how I want. If I want to spend money on a pair of nice scissors so I can cut pieces of nickel plated steel with them, I will do that. But no, they're actually really good. Okay, that went better. I mean, it's more melted plastic. I'm not, I wouldn't be confident in some of these spot welds if they were carrying, if they had to carry large amounts of current. But because these are monitoring voltage and balance, I'm pretty happy with the connections for those. Double check them all. If I can read battery voltage, from the other side. Let's go battery negative. We'll do battery negative, B2, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, and the battery main negative. All right. I have a readout from all of them, so they're all connected. Let's reassemble it. All right, that's back in. I broke that tab there. Let's clear that out. I mean, it's never going to go back completely, but I can always put a bit of tape around it. And these batteries are tabless cells. They're designed for I think it's 60 continuous amps. Something that these sun power, I mean, were never designed. They're not going to be anywhere near as good. So these are far superior cells to what was in the battery. What are these? These are 4,000 milliamp hours. So they're even larger capacity too. These are back 45Ds, so they are 4.4 or 4.5 amp hours, or 4,500 milliamp hours. So they should even last. Now, I don't know what cells Samsung used in the original battery packs, because I only have one of those and I don't want to pull it apart. But it would probably be Samsung, would be my guess, considering the Samsung vacuum. But now, I want some double-sided tape for this. Got some double-sided tape. Now, I'm not going to stick it on to the case, just in case I need to pull it apart. See, trusty scissors. Should probably even put some Kapton tape along the edges, but I'm not going to have, like, I don't think I'm going to pull these apart. This is thinner than what was there, so I'm going to put two strips, which should be enough. That's too much. And that is back together. All right, so I'll test it out. All right, so went and stuck this on the charger just for a second, so it brought the vacuum cleaner in with me. Oops. All right, so stick that in. And yep, that works. That's good. All right, so that's a battery. So that's going to hopefully last longer than the battery. The vacuum cleaner probably has life left. I don't believe I will need to redo those. I don't think I'll need to redo those batteries again anytime soon. I think the batteries will outlast the vacuum at this point in time. Might actually charge these ones up and see what we can resurrect them. 2 volts is too low for these. I'll have to look up the spec sheet of what the cutoff is, but I feel like 2 volts is too low. I can keep that one. I might make a battery pack with them. One volt, that one's dead. I'm not trying to resurrect a battery with 1 volt. So who knows, like these could even be fake. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Chinese resellers to buy refurbished batteries or put new plastic sleeves on just old worn cells. I mean, I've got no doubt that they do that. And yeah, it's a bit hit and miss with AliExpress, especially with batteries. Like it's going to be, there might be some good sellers that will put in decent cells, but I mean they're just after profit. That's expensive. Everything else, I mean, it's not their problem if your house burns down because they've used a refurbished cell. But I mean, it's just, I would never do it. These are all 2 volts. What are these ones? These are all 3.92, close enough. 3.3, but there's clearly no balancing of the cells. 3.75 with that, which is again problematic. 3.8. I mean, these shouldn't come out of a charged pack at between two, what was it, 0.6 of a volt and 4 volts. I can do 4, so I'll put one of the, lower voltage ones in there as well. 6, 3.8, 4, 3.75, 3.3. That was a good candidate. So I'll put these 4 in here and charge them up. I might even do a capacity test on them. We'll do a charge test at 1 amp. And see what it does. I'll come back. So that will charge the batteries up to full, and then it discharges them, and it gives you a readout as to the amount of capacity that these have. So let's see if they are really 4,000 milliamp hours. These are the 2-ish volt cells. I will test some of the good ones too and see if they're any better. But anyway, I'll come back to you later and we'll see how this is gone.